What's up, guys? Here we go again with some place value. I'm going to be sharing my screen, and we're going to be going through these slides talking about place value, digits, numbers, what they're worth. All right, so the first question I'm going to pose is, what is exactly place value, and what does it mean? So we've got place value, world's ugliest circle. Technically, it's an oval, so whatever. Place value is the value of a digit or an amount. The digit is worth. So this can be kind of confusing because a number and a digit basically are this. They use the same symbols, and so you have learned about the number 0 through 9, and what they are worth depends on where they are on a place value chart. So this 8 right here is in the ones place, so it's only worth 8 ones. But if I move this 8 to the 10,000s, suddenly that 8 is now worth 8 times 10,000, which is 80,000. So if I was looking at these two digits, 8 and 2, you'd say 8 is bigger. But in this scenario, this is 2 10,000s or 20,000s. So 20,000s is bigger than 8. So it all depends on where that digit is in a place value that gives it its worth. You can use a place value chart to help you understand the value of each digit. The chart below shows 27,138. Every 3 numbers is a period. And this is very confusing because we use commas to illustrate periods in math and not periods. So like I say, that's the end of the ones period. This is the thousands period. You would think the end of a period, you would use a period, but we're not dealing with writing, we're dealing with math. So there is a 2 in the 10,000s place. This is 2 times 10,000. 2 times 10,000 would equal 20,000. So that's a quick way to figure out what the value is of the digit. So this is a 7 in the thousands place. 7 times 1,000 equals 7,000. This is a 1 in the hundreds place. 1 times 100 equals 100. 3 times 10 equals 30, and 8 times 1 equals 8. So if you're ever confused about what it's worth, multiply the digit times the place. Okay, so think, how can a place value chart help you think about numbers? So I just told you that every 3 digits in a group, so group of 3, is a period. You read numbers with 4 or more digits, you need to know the names of the periods. So this is standard form, 4, 6, 7, 8, 8, 2. We're dealing with 2 periods here because I have 1 comma. So I have the ones period and I have the thousands period. Whenever I get 3 digits, I add a comma. So there would be a comma here. And after the thousands period comes the millions period, but we don't have any numbers there. So we're just going to deal with these. One area that kids really get confused on is, when do you say the period's name? So kids will say 4 in the 100,000, so that's 400,000s. 6 10,000, so that's 60,000s. 7,000. So they will say 400,000, 60,000, 7,000. And they're incorrect. That's not how you say the number. You just go ahead and read the number as it appears, 467. Once you have said all the digits in that number, then you say the period. So 467 thousands, not a thousands after each one of these. Okay, so 467,000. Then you got to read the rest of it. 1 is the only period where you don't say the name ones. So we had 882 left in this number. So 882. So 882, then you put them together. 467,882. So this is word form. And this form is the least favorite out of everybody that I've ever met because you have to write the number out. You're basically writing how you say that number. So you don't have to add anything or change anything. You do need your comma in there because that illustrates the end of a period. Sometimes people add these dashes for the tens and ones places that go together. But I'm not big on spelling. Spelling is in math is kind of not a pet peeve of mine. So you can spell things incorrectly as long as I can tell what they mean. But get in the practice of spelling hundred and thousand correctly because you're going to use those a lot. So next brings me to standard form. I've already known this form and didn't realize it. So it's the way you usually see a number written, using digits. So it's just how the number normally appears, 467,882. This one is my personal favorite, expanded form. You see hidden in there, expand. Expand means to get bigger, okay? It also, I like to say explode. So take the number, explode it out. So firework goes up, small, explodes, it gets bigger. So expanded form means to write a number to show the place value of each digit. So I'm just expanding it out. I'm going to take the 4 in the 100,000th place, put it here, and then all the other digits, I'm going to make zeros. 400,000 plus 60,000 plus 7,000 plus 800 plus 80 plus 2. You're writing the same thing. It's like you're writing an addition sentence, expanding the number out based on place value. All right, so let's talk about this. Compare the values of the 8. Okay, so I need to shrink this down. Once this goes away, there we go. Okay, I did it again. Shrink this down to about 18. Okay, so we've got 2 8s in the number 467,882. The first 8 is in the hundreds place. So it equals 8 hundredths. I know it's hard to read with that smart notebook. They want to make sure that you know that this belongs to them. The 8 in the tens place is equal to 80. 800, is greater than 80. So what you also need to know is how many times greater. The number directly to the left of the place to its right is always 10 times bigger. 800 is 10 times bigger than 80. So this 8, if I took them both out, both these digits out, there would just be 2 8s, and then you would say they're equal. But since this 8 is in the hundreds place, it is 10 times bigger than the 8 in the tens place. 10 times bigger. Gotta know that. Our number system is a base 10 system. Okay, so now let's talk about explore the idea of using a place value chart to help you think about the value of each digit. So we're going to write this number once I can do so because this number, okay, and we're going to go back to 16. All right, so write the number expanded form. So expanded form, expand it out. I have two 10,000s, which equals 20,000, plus 5,000. Don't forget your comma like I just did. Okay, so there's a 0 in the hundreds place. There is a lot of debate. Do I write the 0? Do I skip it? Does it matter? 0 means nothing. It's a placeholder. It's saying right now there are 0 hundreds. I have no hundreds. So if I have no hundreds, I don't have to write it. You can if you want to put a 0, but you're wasting time. You don't have to write it. Just skip it and go to the next place value. 4 10s, 40, plus 9. Boom, done. Write the number in word form. So word form, 25. Notice I didn't say 20,005. So 25,000, comma, 40, 49, 49. All right, what digit is in the thousands place? So thousands and what digit's in the thousands place? 5. What is the value of the digit in the thousands place? So this is 5 times 1,000, which equals 5,000. Whenever you multiply times 1, you get that number. You should know that. You've already been through 3rd grade. Oops, just dropped my book. Nice. You forgot your comma. Thanks, comma police. 5 times 1,000. 5 times 1 is 5, and then you add your 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. So 5,000. What would be the value of the digit from the problem 4 if it were in the hundreds place? Okay, so if we move this 5 to the hundreds place, it would be 5 times 100, which equals 500. Okay. Now try these problems. 60,000, 6,000, 600,000, 60,000, 6,000, 600. It's going down by 10 each time. Dividing by 10, which would be 60. And then if I divided 60 by 10, I'd get 6. Base 10 numbers. Put those on the lines just because. All right. Write the numbers from the pattern. So this looks complicated, but it's really not. We're going to shrink it down a little bit. All right, so we're dividing by 10, and then behind it are zeros. Okay, so now we're getting tricky. It's getting tricky right here. Okay, so we got a 6 in the thousands place. 0, 0, 0. All right, now we're in the hundreds place. It's getting more problematic here. Let's try shrinking it down. No, that's not working. All right, I'm gonna have to write the rest. Okay, where's my pen? Okay, so we've got 6 here, right over the smart notebook, who I can't get rid of your logo. We've got a 6 here, and then we've got a 6 here. Okay, it's basically they're doing expanded form here. So 600,000, 60,000, 6,000, 600, 60, and 6. Each place to the left is 10 times bigger than the place to its right. So like these two 6s, if I pulled them out, 6 is equal to 6. But when I put them in a place value, they have a different worth. So 6 times 10 is 60. Okay. So this is what we would call, this is a different form, and it is called, not numeric, it is totally drawn a blank right now. It's like expanded form. It's kind of like a combo of all the forms together. 2,000, 0 hundreds, 7 tens, 9 ones. All right. So this time I only have hundreds. So I'm going to go to the hundreds place. I'm going to box in everything in the hundreds place. So I could have 20 $100 bills if I wanted to, and that would still equal to 2,000. So that's 20 hundreds. I still have 7 tens, and I have 9 ones. All right, now we only have tens. I'm going to go to the tens place, everything that's in the tens place. If I went to the bank and I cashed in my $100 bills for $10 bills, I would have 207 tens, and I'd have 9 ones. Now, if I had all these dollar bills cashed in for $1 bills, that would be a big stack. I would have 2,079. I like to think about money. It just helps put something concrete in my brain. But you can put in anything you like. So I have 18 ones, 15 hundreds, 15 tens, and 8 thousands. So we've got space over here to work it out. I like to start with the biggest place value I have. I have 8 thousands. I'm going to write that first. 8 thousands. Try to keep it nice and organized. I have 8 thousands. Cross it out. I've used it. I have 15 hundreds. So this is 15 times 100. Okay, so that's 15 with 2 zeros behind it. 15, 2 zeros. Cross it out. I have 15 tens. Okay, this is 15 times 10, which would equal 150. And then last but not least, I have 18 ones. 18 ones. So here is my math problem to figure out my standard form number. 8, 6, 5 and 1 make 6, and 8 and 1 make 9. 9,668. Boom. I'm a genius. Oh. What are you doing? 600. Oh, you're doing it again. Man. I would have to say I'm a genius, and then I start messing up the computer. Way to prove your point, Mr. Matters. I have 14 tens, same thing as before. I have 14 tens, I have 600s, I have 7,000s, and 15 ones. I'm going to stack them, 7,000. That's my biggest place value. Oh, 7 10,000s. I'm sorry. Try that again. So that would be 70,000s. Cross it out. I have 600s. I have 14 tens, so 600s. I have 14 tens. That's the same thing as 14 times 10. Which equals 140. And I have 15 ones. I like to pretend like I write neater than this, but I really don't. I have not been blessed with the best handwriting. 6 and 1 make 7, and then I have my 70,000. All right, so 70,755. It really does help when you write them all out. But I'm a kid and I'd like to finish. What number is in the 10,000s place? 4. Oh, okay. What number is in the 10,000s? 10,000 less than. What number is 10,000 less than this? Okay. Learn to read. 800 less than. So a digit less than 4. 3. So 832,719. What number is 1,000 more? So I'm adding 1,000 here. So 701,012. Okay, so what I hope you got from today's lesson is numbers to the left are 10 times bigger than numbers directly to the right. I hope that you were able to know that periods are made up of 3 place values. They're made up of 3 place values and marked with a comma, not a period. And then the last thing I hope you don't say the place values name until you get to the comma. Okay, guys. Good luck on your practice workbook pages, and I really do appreciate you checking out this video. Yeah, we'll see you next time.